Hey, this is Bones Rodriguez at SolopreneurSchool.com, and I want to tell you how to break your stupid spending habits. Do you have stupid spending habits? Yeah, you probably do. We all have stupid spending habits. You know why? We live in a super hyper-consumer society. We are the consumers of the world at the moment, right? So when I talk about your stupid spending habits, it's what things are you buying that are clearly stupid uses of money, right? One of the great ways to tell if you have stupid spending habits is to categorize your spendings. Here is, I use Robert Kiyosaki stuff. He's from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Here's something. There's assets, liabilities, and doodads, okay? Doodads are things that you buy that are just like, oh, I bought it, and that's the end of it. Yahoo. Let me see here. This portable speaker, this portable Bluetooth speaker is a doodad. I wanted it, you know why? Because I like having music where I go, sometimes, blah, blah, blah. Watch this. Stay there, watch this. This, over here, this thing right here, is another Bluetooth speaker. Now, you might ask yourself, why on earth would you need two Bluetooth speakers like that? Well, that one fits in the stroller, so that's why I got that one, right? Oh, but these are all another Bluetooth speakers. Well, why would you get these? Well, because these, like, you can put them on things and they're much bigger. They make a speaker out of like windows and boxes. Well, I needed that, right? So let me ask you, is that a doodad? Those are doodads. Me and Bluetooth speakers, that's a stupid thing that I buy because for some reason I feel like I need music all the time, everywhere. I almost bought a light bulb that plays music yesterday. My wife's in the other room. I almost bought a light bulb that plays... I almost bought a light bulb that plays music yesterday. But I didn't because I was like, dang, how many Bluetooth speakers do you possibly need, Bones Rodriguez? That is in the category of doodads. Things that you buy in doodads are usually not the greatest things, right? But then the next thing is liabilities. Liabilities are things you buy that are bigger, but you have to keep paying for them, right? So like sometimes if you buy a car, that is your liability. My cousin was just asking me about, well, should we put the car in a different garage or should we get rid of it and then get a new car later on? After we discussed it, he was like, no, I'm gonna keep the car. But that is an expense, right? So our car is an expense, like gas and whatever. I know some people feel like they need their cars and you do if you don't live in New York City. We have a car here, but we have a car because we drive far to our vacation place, right? If you drive to work every day, clearly you need your car, but it is a liability. It takes money out from you all the time. So do you have a bunch of doodads in your car? Probably, right? Those things cost money, stupid spending habits. But if you can buy assets, things that make you money, things that pay you, and you can find the other videos we have that talked about that. Now we're talking about good spending habits, right? So what triggers your bad spending habits? Are you an impulsive like candy shopper? Do you always like, oh, candy, let me go. Right? Those are two habits you probably need to break. What things trigger your bad spending habits? Is it that when you get like sad or depressed, you like find that spending some money makes you feel better? You might need to find different habits for that. Maybe taking a walk, running, exercising, calling a friend, other things other than spending money, because that money can be used to buy more assets so that you can get free, go on vacations, do whatever your goals are. Over here at Solopreneur School, I'm constantly talking about not having a day job and what kind of freedom it is to live that way. So for me, once I finally got control over some of those habits, I spent a lot of money on assets, things that were going to build up my online business instead of things that were just like, oh, the latest shiny object thing, right? Knowing what your triggers are and knowing your habits is a huge thing, because once you know it, it's hard to ignore it, you know? Once you know it and it's something that you know you're trying to change, you can try to change to a new habit. So for me, you know, I've gone back and forth with good and bad money habits, as we all do. But there are some things that you just like click on after a while and you can proceed with good habits. Another thing is that what people are celebrating now, well, I was depressed and out of spending money depressed. Now I'm celebrating, or you get a bunch of money and so you decide it's time to celebrate and you kind of binge spend, right? The same way an alcoholic will binge drink because now they feel like they are supposed to. A lot of people will binge spend when they think they're supposed to. Again, those things are just habits. They're just habits that you can break. Here's a good thing to break. Ready? If you usually put on your shoes like left foot and right foot, do it the other way one day. It'll freak you out a little bit, but you'll realize how easy it is to change a habit. Brush your teeth with a different hand and you'll note, wow, I'm so used to doing it this way. So if you are so used to having bad money habits and you walk around like, oh, I can't possibly be a solopreneur because I have bad money habits. Well, you're the only person who can change it. And the only thing you need to do is change some bad habits. So you can change any habit in your life. Your habits determine what direction you're in and eventually who you become. So can you change some of those money habits from buying doodads, from buying liabilities, to buying assets? Where can you change your own habits, your own behaviors? Recognize the triggers, recognize the habit that comes after that makes you think it's better, and change it and buy assets instead. Go to some asset video around here. Go find the best asset, the $7 asset that anyone can afford video that we've made before, a long time ago. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.